Unfortunately, because people aren't educated about marketing, they undervalue it.
Oh,
Yeah. Until you go to big companies.
That's where you realize.
And that's where you realize it's yes, the people are so important. Because a brand, Bako, is what people think about. I don't know, it is. Unless your mama politicians, they're making you believe. It says brand and image you've been selling. This stuff is used right. If I want to so influences is part of a strategy to get your product across. Influence is the power of people.
So this is the podcast whereby we have real conversations about careers, growth, and what it actually takes to really get where it is. So episode namhlanje is a powerful one. First parenting it's been now though to record and I'm saying yeah you go post online. So we're sitting down Nompwechula who's Jamie Chalabi who made from the same in the code. So from becoming the head of marketing in the pharmaceutical industry. There's a lot of the Telang sound there for studying business. So yeah. Yeah, and I'm kind of it to win the mark off. Imagine myself so record every night and already so past 12 months. So yeah. But yeah, I'm paid to about tell about the self the so yeah, I'm about the baby.
So, the marketing director seeking of pharmacy. So, very common to pick paper. Ilan dengan shop, Thabiso Talks. In the speaking industry now for 3 years. Yeah, really to be freaking various places of coffee, the spice, the lychee of coffee.
By this white can I do it space receive the you know wait
So that's a bit about the bit to add. Yeah, man.
So ukhulume ukuthi bethu you usually go to like you're a public speaker kahle. So bukhuluma nodokotela about the issues probably of see. So if you can highlight a little bit, let's see what were the issues that we know them as people like who are well paid, people so they may be like a comfortable. So now personal ability of the challenge in the back waitress.
So to specify all the hotel and my failure to cap. Because in the sense of my teacher, I'm in the practice. So it's not just for people to know when even is a paid or qualification is yet for them to practice be but we went it's maybe the best. So the common issue to see face la partner was dating around in men not understand depressivo men facing anxiety attacks men vampiri face had to move away. And one of the things that I made it caused to be released of the city. Out of what I'm in the same people both. And because I was able to make them understand you need to move away to they need culture back. You start to see children when you encompass the idea who they are on next step. Who called do it now is the one to be. And I believe if that Christ spent time alone in isolation before I'm that. Many great kids time isolated for stay.
So for sure, like you've seen Amatepandaba. Yeah. And versatility. Like I'm medical doctors now, they are facing unemployment. So like it's about to work closer with them. True. So what can you say now for like people to my father and like how did that impact them? Like, it's not about them.
No, to be honest with you, back in the day, outdoor he used to be glorified.
Yeah.
It's be a very prestigious stuff. Most hotel and most hotel and agree.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people are making 10 times more money on the internet.
Exactly. The influencer.
Influencers
Yeah.
are like effect. So what I can say to them is, I've got a friend of mine recently, why can you motivate him? You know the way you did it. And I qualified. So, I said that Pulu ikanama sponsor sama funding, ma-focus na hindi ako na parati this. Sunod na isin. So, hindi kingaytan again is entrepreneurship mind. So, meaning nga you show in you already are working on having a available still. You monetize it, you can't get it all. Getting effective to quit like you na then about various things. This means to focus on you na this wonder yarn. I'm seeing
So basically is being able to solve the times essentially. So it not only depend on the employed, but now
don't.
so like in today's age, you believe like now being an entrepreneur or having an entrepreneur mindset, they will or they still hope said that they want me to do a 9 to 5 and what's your take on it?
So it's also is a broad one called Minina. I can't manage, can't stay.
Yeah.
And at the same time, picking up the economy, you have to put any.
Yeah.
The economy right now cannot be able to capacity to much of alcohol. We say the job I but they can't I you say we feel saturated market price.
Oh, all right.
Always speed. People buga if read the book reset work.
Yeah.
Government do for.
Yeah.
Not a con employee as a corner employee because the month as a corner self-employed.
Yeah.
Lona own a band do abang seven that got the camera under 10.
Yeah.
Then also can business only. Na go na band over 100.
Yeah.
Abandons. Then also can
Yeah.
So almost ni maling na bobong now. Ila baya.
Yeah.
Okay. Invest.
Yes, yeah.
So first when we know identify with funa. Hey, you have money.
Oh.
Ever or do you want to? You will never say but that. Don't get me wrong. We see people have a paycheck on a band mas sexy ako na itung
Cocoon there.
tung. It's up the price. The last time I checked, given 1.8 million annually, it takes 40%. So from January up to April, when Yoke is very out. So Lavas P and I, big business owners, they can run away from tax legally. But I cook at all and make 10 times money than you. So when no one a man look at it, or do you want to live a stable and okay like it's up to you. You cook on a field track on Bonawa, you would afford in some and give say you say when you send a car in an app so good private school level.
Yeah.
You only focus on earning one source.
So do you believe on the fact that you can be rich while you remain ungaba rich ngokuthi ube employed or angeke uzokwazi ukuba rich ngokuba employed kuphela kumele ube entrepreneur, you understand? Uzothola nje umholo owodwa. Let's say now like you are chosen a certain qualification and in this certain qualification because everyone has to do it, right? Everyone like my queen was rich. So now you believe Buguti, there's a specific qualification that can make you rich or entrepreneurship is the only way to make you rich. What's your second bit?
You have let yourself on it.
Yeah.
But based on you don't be married.
Yeah.
First, we have to define how much
Okay, on your take, how much riches?
Because mina rich no wealthy, ngibona doesn't fun is show me cool. My definition of wealthy is property.
Yeah.
Ama property. About businesses. Nama CEOs are reporting me. I said money ngaba kuko ngo 10% money sila.
Yeah.
I pay them to me to their code company.
Yeah.
Our property, they are property managers who manage the property. I don't know exactly. They send me my report, submit it. Now is it just vacant? I'm only for about what fully tenancy.
Yeah.
Now my cost is some more this. They make sure that I'm making money.
Yeah.
So that I'll deal with you know going mad.
Yeah.
You don't need to go. It's category control or where. That's in a mighty B is I still have to wake up and be actively. Hey, who's the money and I need to make sure you know is in them the cotton. I need to make sure I'm building my business. I need to supervise over about 7 years.
So basically, you're self-employed. Right?
You're self-employed. You're working for yourself. Tax ability. So, meaning if you look over on the other side, because it is the door that I want to pay part time. I
So when I did, when I about time, so also salad. Yeah.
Higher vacation from Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think called.
But I feel like that everyone is dream, but because in reality we tend to behave differently from what we envision. So actually that's one of the real reasons why Shredded Pop this day came about. We will see. We envision something, but we are behaving differently from what we are envisioning. So now, mawucabanga ngokwakho, yiphi enye indlela esingenza ngayo like enough awareness ukuthi bafowethu what you envision actually you're behaving differently in terms of the qualification of chewy, the way you be leaping at the way like enough awareness so that you get fit. This is the way that you should go about doing that. So what do you think it makes?
Great question. Great analysis, putting over. What I've realized about people that are Semitic, one of the things that are different.
Yeah.
So
you behave actually.
Singa kala msebenzini sobabili kume at the same age esikoleni siqale sobabili.
Yeah.
But if ngiyangibehave ngimali ehlukile nawe ngiyasave invest thina ngiyam play 10 years down the line now we're not going to be in a situation. They should be and they will be huge. Get I
Yeah.
So when it comes to behavior, very true. Look, your life is a reflection of you. Please don't have the reflection. So if we can just make the choice, we will take it going to see. And I'm saying that if we are shooting, nothing's going to be. So we have to create an inspiration by us.
So it's a matter of behavior actually.
100%.
So now, you remember when the conversation that we had is not preferring so like this behavior is what's important. But I think if behavior comes with discipline, right?
True.
How do you remain disciplined? That's the question. Because like for me, there are a lot of sensations, right? And no one survived it. So how do you remain disciplined as a cadet, especially at this young age?
Really fatigue that commentary. Matter of fact, I said the major contributor.
Yeah.
First one thing, when I was at home, the unemployed meeting me by pay.
Yeah.
I am going to discipline. Yeah. I could go days, months without having to money myself. Discipline over illness, over sexual urges. That because it's got so much doing our bit. Spaces spiritual. Continuously your basic falls in our purity being.
Yeah.
So you're not dominant power over. So that's the first thing. Okwesibili, mina isikhathi the most valuable thing I realize makes people that are able to accomplish in complicated. Okay, so isikhathi sami sihleli
So everything is set.
ne-routine.
Oh, okay.
So i-routine yami is consistent. From Monday to Friday, it's already planned out. I'm kind of so I don't have to think. Because my name I'm an opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't even do apostle Paul watching. I can do everything. And that way it is. It's sit around and live on sea roads. But when it really new, then come back for that.
Yeah,
6 a.m. on my bed.
Yeah.
What we think I care the white parts. So it's a matter of being if you're not a spiritual person, have a plan with your time. Mga I can catch up. Ang bubuka man dapat financial, no, when dapat pwede. I find that everything is essential.
Yeah.
But yung kita man na, hey, well,
Yeah.
so that's how one has to be the biggest factor. Who is really time, planning time.
Yeah.
Planning time.
To you mentioned something about trying to quite be luck and that. Would you regard yourself as someone spiritual or religious? Because I had that in the even the more
What's the difference?
So basically, there's someone who wants to give me. She's not religious. She's spiritual. And about the end of the day, I think it still says it means the what landmark. Those are religious. And then all of a sudden, she's spiritual because she believes kulama core principles as much as amaBhayibheli amahlukene awamention uthando omunye umuntu, do the good thing, that's what yonke leyo nto leyo. Ngiyabhilivela kulezo zinto. She's spiritual about that, but she's not religious because she doesn't believe in Christ, she doesn't believe in Buddha, she doesn't believe in what yabo. So that's how she defined. So now back to you. You consider yourself as someone spiritual or someone religious?
So spiritual being, I'm a practice.
Yeah.
And I'm a
Religious.
religious being. Me, or correspond Buddha.
Yeah.
No, but I think I'm a mix. I'm a bit of both.
Yeah.
I believe there's a Christ. I believe that pushes the Christ to corner.
Yeah.
But I don't know question is the man in Ibu to go to ye bonan SNE looking at the affix. What color if you were to define how God is by the Bible, but make my middle omniscient. It is omniscient for on.
Yeah.
You can't compare yourself and the that means even if you were to live until 160 years, you'll never know. Because you know what? Someone who says it's more feel up 10 years, you spend 10 years knowing the wrong thing. Because you bank your uncle, your unknown, so you can start again them and then from scratch.
Yeah.
Ubano currently knows the Bible from scratch.
Yeah.
So, I'm a bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm religious, I am spiritual, I pray, and I believe in Jesus Christ, and I'm religious. So, Baba created reason why I am my podcast about the love. The only thing that made me change was the condition so the day you guys and I had to get these and the bossing la is success ya man sing link wuti meaning in the dash aqua. Konomuti success ya I have to put in 100 hours.
Yeah.
And it's so we've been ready to do that might take.
Yeah, man.
So a better more skill, more value.
Yeah.
But me and success ya wasn't only defined by materialistic stuff. It's nine banana. Also criminality is about not be that much the same. So that's fine.
What if Lento, because I am a Christian also, right? And also I am
When are you spiritual or religious?
I mean a bit of both. What I would say both for the I feel like as much as abantu may explain against the layer, but you can't separate the two. That's what I could read, man. For every religion, it is a calling of your. You have to the spiritual about beyond. That's what every person needs. Because you can make about faith. So faith is spiritual if we bow. Faith is spiritual because believing something on my bone. Hey, it's spiritual, not the main levels. Because in simple term, faith, it means like you've created something in the spiritual world and you have a hope that you're going to manifest it in real life. Yeah, that's what I believe about it. So that's why I would say I'm a bit of both. But what made you specifically Christianity? And being a religion, and I have to say you are young and we are successful. Why specifically Christianity?
Oh, versus Christ rocket. Mina yazi into yami fun. Fun I want to do upon the tire.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I used pan. What's the first kaya that?
Yeah. Yeah.
For this pan.
Yeah. Here, Kumbodi, yeah.
First time for this pan.
Kumbodi.
So over time, and then something like that. Over time, it can ask my pull up. Very double, yeah. Then I've always been okay. One we see okay, good I hit up.
Yeah.
And then the pilang in up na do to practice I much. So if lithium make it, it's a new think to me I'm like where this a property. And I've noticed so also more and this is not showing any disrespect good or now to anybody. It's high stake every day.
Yeah.
Because I'm this one disrespect yeah.
Okay.
So I've always tied go be the yam yabo. Kwen they are about looking America. So I think general jalo okay. Kala okay. I also be I like that serious game. Yeah, that was balance the serious time.
Yeah.
So when getting a call and I see it's just a serious, then Christ just validated them completely.
Thanks. About your life is just a reflection of how
So to answer your question, Christ rocket up.
It's not you, folks.
I get up. Hey, because you proved the many religions. But obviously I'm actually with my cool leaders. I don't know, man. Kono there. I Christ rocket up.
So you feel London able to apply to everyone with a Christian or it's a matter of London like it's the story of Saul, right? Who became poor. So we can also say Guti, for Christ or Aketa. Do you believe Guti? Okay, my question is Guti, does that apply to everyone or apply to a certain group of people?
When I watch you
Ah la la. Hey, I don't know. I also don't that's why the bulls are called. Now I also believe it's like Christ to a cat. Because it's not about the means of that. Because I think there's a verse where they say they can so basically say it's you are not in fear of the spirit of God, that means we are not wise. So now so ngiyacabanga ukuthi normally angiyenza ngabelieve ukuthi okay futhi everyone like who is in contact with God is because God chose that person. That's what I'm asking you. What do you believe for? What do you believe for? What? Normally you're scared to press I'm a corner teaser, man.
No. You guys may realize good thing. I'm certain thing that I will never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just you like but we used to be. That's what I told myself. I'm here to learn, and I've never told my, and I'll never tell myself that.
Yeah.
Fine. But yeah, I don't want to
You know why Buzalo. You shared a story of camera account. The carrier girl that they married. So can you please share really please? Yeah.
So, last year, I didn't tell you this part. So last year, I was very unemployed, right?
Yeah.
Sitting the trying to start my own business, no capital, trying to put. So last year again, and continue studying marketing, study marketing. One full year, I think it's a case. But in paid, then the Ballet, like in see it, small ways, probably for 20 years.
Okay.
And then they couldn't become presentation.
Validation, yeah.
Labana, only I could see it. Oh, I put several separate man.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They're very busy, man. It's very like easy to shakers and eats. Puppets have the it's most in the something. So 1 full year operating in fleet. I'm entrepreneurs IT and people are now cinema cash.
Okay.
And if I could scale it, like about OV. So get employed January and then the plan after 2 months getting paid. And what? Jumped in Kodo, yes, I don't have no expense to amount to that.
Yeah.
I want to go. So, Budo plan I wrote down each and every month. I would like to make X amount extra, but put on the month for that. I didn't know you call it. I just needed to have to find it. So, luckily, funny enough, okay, behind there again, this other time, he sound for this is saying that.
Yeah.
So, you think I make it money, and the vets and you come out. Yeah. So, near corner, no paper mask. Oh, God, I'm not pretty, not keeping the move. And then there's that second one, which is a bit further. He says, let me post it before it. Much as when they need to but this is like something posted with.
Yeah.
Continuation, yeah. And then when I went there, that's the day. My plan. Remember I told you the X was exactly where I'm out there. Now,
Yeah.
I swear to God, I swear to God, we couldn't swear to God. Exactly the amount that I said, for the amount now offers for the pharmacy. So going to the pharmacy, I'm casually walking there, you go to my frogs, big shorts. I see this guy spacing, I'm a comment, see back up, doing on direct. Tell me, and the farmers, and we're up this area. Yeah. Oh, we just said, we are space.
Yeah.
It's a when because I like that. Can be done in and what? Like, only to find out the qualified pharmacist from Fix. And he is about to be appointed as the director and own the full company.
Yep.
This company makes 6 zeros in terms of expenses. 500K. And my faults. Then see this I'm a request band for this hour.
So you play
I'm an expensive level with 500K. I have to look at them to go to the sale. I need to see how much stuff 500,000 expenses, including salary, rent, lights, stock. 500,000. So the company was going to a very bad financial turmoil.
Yeah.
And my photo, the company wasn't doing that. And then it gets moving them in a video. I like this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I got the job. And then I sat down with Thabiso. After I gave the email about the I had to give that to help us in YouTube. Then talk to my mom, who was the owner at the time. document why.
Yeah.
I registration. I put my number and the text my number and texting to Udo. I confirm everything that I confirm if you're gonna take me, confirm the amount of time, how much you put report faith, and I kid you not, exactly
The amount of days.
check out. Hey, so that's the whole story and then so since then go to talk was okay, and take month either go now uh so much that I now I'm trying to open up custody.
So, yeah, for sure, excuse me, for sure, ukukembakala kanjalo.
Yeah.
What were the challenges like owafacing noma owafacile like marketing, like makho ama-challenges esithina owafacile?
Specifically marketing on my farmer.
It can be marketing as a whole or in these formats because I believe there's a relation.
Okay, I'm marketing the marketing of color is fully research kunzi. I remember the first time in the project, Kona any informal settlement is not tapping again over. We are the only pharmacy there now. And to find another pharmacy, I think you have to travel 30 or 40 or 50 minutes. And it's a big neighborhood. So it's an opportunity and advantages amongst them. Okay. So down in charge of the project, I had suggested we need to penetrate their market. But that's been okay. What are we doing? I have to go there. I need to find information. I need to be able to use the information to make tweaks. Marketing, make know the people. All it is now. So I had to go in and I did conduct research. And the type of research I conducted was the service. So I'm here. Hey Unjadi, what you don't like about the pharmacy? What do you like? What did you like there? So that also informed the type of stocks that we are now buying, the packages and the combos that we started formulating because still I'm a consent information and I so which is very vital. Very vital. If you ever want to make sure with this normal sample, there's higher chances of it exhibit.
Yeah, when you're in communication about.
Yeah, so you need to conduct research, listen to our back. Because you're getting this is a live don't have that now.
Yeah.
Because that person is verified. If you know, we must have known in your case when you take no, yeah, you take that care of the place, that care of the things. That's the most important thing in marketing. I think the last one the John advertise. I say that because over advertiser has a lot of nuances. I'm working on it for it's a but I advertise. You want to advertise the weight loss to buy. But in some we advertise and in that discriminating these that are here. Now I need to be very smart. How I word it is what pictures, use what videos do I need. You know, to send fuller convey messages. So yeah, in the honest, the name of the challenge. But if we penetrate the guy,
Market. Right. So, like, what other advices you mean you guys want to go into the marketing space? Remember, you mentioned about something about AI.
yeah.
Job losses in my form of me player advice when you guys want to OT into TC so to your marketing.
Look, how much when you say AI? How much in this of AI?
Yeah.
Way down.
Because you get paid.
I can't even have a conversation. Hey, I saw it. I wanna over advertise extra price.
Yeah.
Certain deals get margin to 49. Bro, there is the AI that invented and how much it costs to pay a professional voiceover artist. Then you can do it for how much they're paying 11 laps for 78 a month. Always get access for voiceover artists actually sound more professional. As we were in top billing,
Yeah.
going to the top billing.
Yeah.
Young man, his job is
Really, yeah.
he's in demand, but not as
As before.
the reason why this still is in demand, I'll tell you, is because as he uses deals, Abba be my cover call. But for voiceover, for any main source of income,
Yeah.
if he company then a CEO chick missionally thinking and a phone act of Prince Tegaman as on the eye. But they're innovative. You keep it on this cost more. And I'll tell you this, brother, I own a business. There's nothing that concerns me more GT. See, the moment it's in those the more possible. So they only have these again. That's 78 grand after 30 days. Then I said this from Umtaka 1 to 31. Low and should have 5,000 and 1 gig.
Up and up in a sick leave.
I really think I'm just sort of one of price that.
Yeah, I did.
About so I mean I'm listening to digital marketing is if you want to study digital marketing one of the best ways to invest it now. And then we don't utilize AI, will be more slow, the competitors will beat you faster, and you will never outcompete and outbeat this inside. This podcast by my. What I'm doing right now I'm alone because the pharmacy is independent of struggle to point much money to but not out there. Okay, what I'm doing is alone, but you could swear. Or what want to epic up?
Young born and I write and I told
You
like
would think that I have a team.
yo.
You so make it come to the team. My camera. That is for the layout professionally. I have to hire people
Okay.
downstream of podcast.
No, I saw. Okay, yeah.
I don't need to call it, but for Amayama X,
It's cat purely AI. Yeah. So if you has the AI, I travel actually. So even like the upcoming generation, the candidate say coding, so you recommend for your listener they should go into the AI space.
don't run attention daily. See.
Umbuzo abangawuthanda abantu abaningi, how is money for marketplace?
It depends, man. It depends what you're doing.
Yeah.
Depends what is your responsibility.
Yeah.
Depends. Look, obviously, with every career,
Yeah.
right? Even with chartered accountants, etc. First and foremost, it depends on responsibility, but experience is very feature.
Yeah.
So you can't compete yourselves with someone that is 5 years
Yeah.
sharpest. So we can roughly say 1 to 3 years, you are looking at around about 15,000 then,
Yeah.
25
45. Yeah.
patron. And then as time goes on, I would highly recommend it to be a holistic type of market that way. Nobody's at all. It's specialized. So we are stating which is marketing. That's where the world is. That's where the world is. So we specialize there and grab them like they want thing. Specialize because the digital marketing work is here about. It never says on Google.
Yeah.
It never says on apps.
Yeah.
SMS. So I'm like, I do this down.
Yeah.
Happening right now, you got a logo there, you got a logo there. This low branding. Why we tell them about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what doing?
Me the best nigga the something. Yeah.
Pizza Hut, Coca-Cola,
Me the best
over 100 companies.
Me the best
You
nigga
done something before you see some money.
Yeah. Ne.
Join something. So yeah, but I would say specialize. Look for the most high demand skill that you did in marketing at a time. Value I you got a basic knowledge of it is a different qualification. You long to many. I tell you what, push it. Over time, we're looking to see over chief of it here operator. My people was
Yeah.
my people was soon 17 upon time. Depend on like that you say package.
Yeah.
Good.
There's a man.
It's one to say you can don't know about the Bandabaga marketer. I carry people. These marketers are the most sought after and needed people in the company now because there's so much of business. So the only way that I can get customers and beat people. Another person. So now thinking in other words is highly aligned accept.
That's why, like, some companies now, if Shuabu, they are tapping into the influencer space
100%.
because that's where the gig business now.
It's a very important step.
Yeah. Kabanga nami ngiyoba influencer from South Africa. So do you agree with some influencers? It's like they're in the same occupation as well. Now, but marketers.
So influencers is part of marketing strategy.
Mm.
So what people don't know about marketing is it's not only about advertisements, tech type, product, you're in charge of managing products. So in Ilobo, you guys have two guys, and there are various sizes.
Yeah.
1 kg, etc.
Yeah.
I need to be there when, if I'm a CEO, keep my busy, CMO, keep my busy. I need to be there when there's a stakeholder meeting. Not people are there. For you guys to validate now, if you decide to change the packaging, change the slogan, change the wording, changing the color, how my set affects image. You are the one that is a computer. They say because it's a very expensive thing. Once we have the wrong, because a brand Bako, is what people think about. I don't know it is. Unless your mama politicians, this is about they're making you believe. It's a brand and image based setting. This stuff is used right. If I want to so influencers is part of a strategy to get your product across. Influencer is the power of people because they have a huge following. So if it's used by that person, it means that is tembarat, especially me. And then the strategic thing that they're doing now is brands are collaborating with influencers and creating limited products. So necessarily when I was in tour and then message red badly, we create a necessity and we'll do KFC would say solution necessity. This album launch is maybe in one of the most sought after positions in let's say. So we're gonna keep going to promote our products. We'll create a limited item products. 9. And then for every say item rate back then is the seats. Take 10 back. So it is part of the strategy. They are not marketing strategy. Because if they were, you marketing up, you have to calculate, you think keep it $100 for getting TikTok to promote to get the money. You don't know those calculations.
Yeah, they don't know.
So unfortunately, because people aren't educated about marketing, they undervalue it. Until you go to big companies.
That's where you realize.
And that's where you realize it's the people are so important.
Do you feel like you would see skill is a undervalued market?
100% in South Africa.
Okay. Why do you think would happen? Because as quite you to see about the water, you may know, you may need like what do you think would see? Why about that? Let's be another perception in the market.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very important question, Bafo, and it goes back to India colonial. Like right now, look at the time it's been gone. Across the pan, I'm going to know too. As a support, as in the one, when I engage at Nissan as one. On president. Nothing wrong with it. The station of Skakaso.
Never subscribe.
Subscribe, like, and comment. You as soon as next time. Doing any well of work. Make sure we like, you share, you comment. This podcast, I speak and declare, it be the biggest podcast in the world. It's somebody and every spirit and anything that tries to stop you. This is what you was so breaking imagine.
Yeah, that's
this guy is a break so back in that. But to answer your question, in the Liverpool aisle, it's how they think money is made. So now, but that's how they think things are. That's why I think it's there are different types of CEOs. When the CEO, a traditional thinker, a Hamza and a 7,
Yeah.
Which is not, there's nothing wrong. Siyafuna abantu bafunde, siyafuna abantu bafunde, fun. Can put in there right.
Yeah.
And it's not to pull us up on your card.
Hmm.
Because now I'm employed doing a very big job.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm in the process of getting my qualification.
Yeah.
Which something that you couldn't do, die.
Yeah.
So it's just them understanding that the way the world works now has slightly changed. And make it like a science part.
Yeah, ne. Yeah. Ngifunda okuningi and it humbles me when I see umuntu who is younger than me and it's disciplined and many tribe younger now. But now, bese ngiba intrigued ukuthi you feel like there's something you mentioned along Mother Nzako with your encounter with Christ. Do you ever feel like you are naked and you feel like I'm the no enjoy man and about that earlier on in the way or deeply to know the right is on track?
I was like, I want to call it like, imagine if it's like, to be parted as I won't call like, kept on saying, I want because in table, we might. No, not then now, what the cool love me, I'm besides. It's got his name. When we quit again, mean the phone anymore. So if I believe there's two masters and a gamba sata, we might think it cuts up a song. Think it cuts up a song, okay? And we know that in order for you to you could put now up and what will register, you can place in the best family help. Also need to be giving very big chunk of your time to boy. So now I'm post now my melon in the car. Now I'm at places that again I'm see. So you're the layer to me now you want to discipline so you can give a week with Jagang is something to now most of my time and effort to spend on making sure that I'm valuable enough to maybe don't let me tonight. Very tough. That's really but I'm not as strong as I used to be, and I'm going to going through a phase where I'm trying to fight for balance. But eventually, but I just said fall many times. Eventually, I say it's for many times. But I will stand. But it just stays good no matter what. Never lungi, never puna, pero boss. Give up, I don't keep working, and which is what I can't see.
Yeah, but anything else you are running out of power, But the conversation here has to be like cover foods. But a word of advice, man, on ideas are our followers and the upcoming generation. So it's like a project up here to say is about youth development. Like give us 1 or 2 ways that we should be. It's not like way.
Yo, guys, on Buga inspired. And I used to smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, I used to drink. And I lucho. But the agreement I made with Kunati first to complete. Now most of that I remember. Everywhere I go, then defense of food currently. Because I want people to know so I did that to KZN. Following the release to something else, I felt like hey, but I was clearly that has to say Abram Puram great did you say Paranu printed that to the old cat? Fired up. So whatever by first I'm going to teach you discipline. I'm going to teach you respect. I'm going to make you be loved by people. So for the thing on the time, when there is experience about this, and then that's it's like oxygen. It's not something, and it's gold because I will promote the practices. These results. So first, secondly. Productivity, that's it. The word of advice. I see a lot of people not valuing these cards and seeing how bad it is. always reap what we sowed. And therefore, learn a corner about like the thing because of why am I not?
uthula ukhona ngoba uvule inhloko
100%. Unenkloso waplena wasebenza
Yeah.
kuze wabuka wazama
Yeah.
into the isikhathi sakho in the gym also. That's all that those are the words of advice. It's not going to ophilayo.
Yeah.
And like separator and can get you faster to your destination. Yeah, one hour than in the average person you to.
kodwa wait Dava sikanan yeah sibonga kakhulu mfethu thank you. I think we need to have like part 2. Yeah, I think yeah, but we're gonna, and I think we may sibe na i-guest then the yeah sibo yeah kuhlangane bona Dava sinibandlululi kodwa ke yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing more I can say. Subscribe. Thanks a lot. Okay.
First,
Stop it.
outside.
Hey. Wow.
About people that are Semitic.
Yeah.
Make you go past problem. One of the things that are different.
Yeah.
Mas here,
So you behave on actually.
Singa, kala msebenzini sobabili, kume at the same age, esikoleni, siqale sobabili.
Yeah.
But if ngiyangobehave ngemali ehlukile nawe ngiyaseke bese sina learning different ngiyapledge. 10 years down the line, now we're not going to be in a situation. There should be, and there will be, huge. Get I
Yeah.
So when it comes to behavior, very true. Look, I get this shit. I'm doing your life is a reflection of you. It's not the reflection of you. So if we can just make the choice, we will see it going to see. And understand that if not changing, nothing's going to be. So you have to create an
This behavior, what's important. But I think if behavior comes with discipline, right?
True.
How do you remain disciplined? That's the question. Because, like for me, there are a lot of sensations, right? And no one survived. So how do you remain disciplined as a candidate, especially at this young age? Bravo.
Ooh, even fatigue that committed. When of fact, the major contributor.
Yeah.
First one thing, when I was at home, the unemployed meeting me by pay.
Yeah.
I am going to discipline.
Person, because you can make about faith. So faith is spiritual. If we move around, faith is spiritual because believing something on my bone, hey, it's spiritual, not the levels. Because in simple term, faith it means like you've created something in the spiritual realm, and you have a hope that you're gonna manifest it in real life. Yeah, that's what I believe about it.